Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and yes, sometimes crazy side of the interwebs. I'm your gaming aficionado, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, Compressorhead is a heartless, heavyweight band of musical robots that you gotta check out. Power Wash Simulator will let you clean the grime away from Back to the Future's DeLorean in a new DLC. Happening in this week's What The... There were so many moments this week, I really couldn't choose just one. So we're going to run through a few of the choice idiocracy moments in this week's What The... And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update. Next. Oh, you better step aside, Metallica, Slipknot, Megadeth, Iron Maiden. The age of the lightweight meatbags playing metal is over. Check out Compressorhead. This band is assembled from spare parts of abandoned machines and fronted by the 350-kilogram Mega Watson. No divisive lapses in sentimentality with Compressorhead. What can be more authentically heavy metal? In the video of Compressorhead powering through Motorhead's Ace of Spades, Mega Watson is backed by the four-armed, two-legged drummer Stickboy, the Dextro 78-fingered guitarist Fingers, and the more humanoid bass player Bones, who has two legs and two arms and articulated fingers. And Helga Tar, the rhythm guitarist and the only fembot in the lineup. That's seriously impressive animatronics, but does the band actually play? Yes, they actually do. With the assistance of Stickboy Jr., who operates the hi-hat and cymbal, Stickboy plays his drums. Similarly, the guitars are real and plugged into amplifiers. Fingers plays a Gibson Fly V. Sadly, Mega Watson is voiced by recordings of a meatbag vocalist, but it's still pretty cool. Meatbag is the term for humans in Compressorhead's mythology, and like the Gorillaz, the band, each of the members has their own backstory. The band is the brainchild of two Berlin-based artists, Frank Barnes and Marcus Kolb. Along the way, they linked up with Stock Plum, he's an electronics engineer, and Miles Van Dorsen, an engineer based in Sydney. Now in 2013, Barnes invited Canadian musician John White to become the musical director of the group. There's a video that shows Wright working out a drum part with Bones. Usefully, the video clearly shows Bones' impressive fingerwork as he plays his instrument too. How does it all work? As the name Compressorhead implies, the robots are powered by compressed air. Without getting too technical, each of the movements needed to play the instrument is manually programmed to correspond with an instruction from a MIDI file. With Mega Watson, it's a little different as he doesn't actually sing. Nonetheless, he's programmed to perform an impressive array of movements. Mounted on tracks, he can move around a stage, he has a retractable mohawk, and his teeth pulsate. These things are awesome. Compressorhead has performed hour-long concerts around the world, and videos of the band are popular on YouTube. Now, if only Frank Barnes and his collaborators could get Mega Watson to sing for himself. Happening in this week's transportation news, this one is exciting. Ford has just announced that it is building a Mustang Mach-E Rally. This is going to be an off-road version of the Mach-E with extra power, raised suspension, Ford's new Rally Sport Drive mode, and a whole lot more. The new model follows Volkswagen's unveiling of the ID GTI, showing that automakers are finally focusing on enthusiast versions of their electric vehicles. The Mach-E features Shelby-like racing stripes on the hood, along with a black painted steel roof, upper and lower body moldings, a rear spoiler, a protective shield from the front and rear motors, a front splitter, and a front fascia housing rally-inspired fog light setup. This all came from Ford, by the way. It even has a recovery point in the front end with an included hook in case you need to get winched out of a tough spot. The powertrain seems like it will be no joke either, with at least 480 horsepower and 650 foot-pounds of torque, equal to or greater than the Mach-E GT. Meanwhile, the Rally will be raised by 20 millimeters compared to the Mach-E GT and fitted with specialty tuned springs and Magna Ride shocks, along with 385mm front brake rotors with the red Bimbo branded calipers. This thing is going to be hardcore. As for the battery and range, it's targeting an estimated 250-mile EPA range with a 91 kilowatt-hour battery. It can be charged from 10 to 80% in 36 minutes on a DC fast charger, so it's not going to be too bad. To aid in off-road handling, the Mustang Mach-E Rally has the first ever Rally Sport Drive mode from Ford, allowing added yaw for bigger slides, linear throttle response, and more aggressive damping when entering loose corners. It works in concert with the new tires, helped by the Mach-E Rally to perform in snow and other slick on-road conditions. Ford tested the vehicle at an all-new rally course in Michigan, then abused the Mustang Mach-E Rally prototypes in a 500-mile simulating rallycross durability test to make sure it lived up to their design intent. Despite the Rally trappings, the vehicle has a high-tech interior, offering Ford's latest Blue Cruise hands-free driving tech, which will be available by subscription, along with lane change assist, in-lane repositioning, and more. The interior has the same dashboard display and large control screen with Android Auto and CarPlay support as other Mach-E's, but adds performance seats, gloss white accents, and other Rally-specific design touches. The Mach-E Rally makes more sense in some ways than the Mach-E GT, since the base vehicle is a crossover SUV and not a sports car. It also looks better raised up as a rally vehicle than a lower GT. It's not going to tromp very lightly through nature, though, given that the curb weight is likely to be around 5,000 pounds. It won't be terribly cheap either, as Ford is targeting a starting MSRP at around $65,000 in the US, but really what exact pricing is going to be revealed, we're going to know closer to launch. That would be the same price, though, as the base Mach-E GT Performance Edition, though really we'll find out for sure once it goes on sale in early 2024.